is Ling Chi, brush painting for beginners. Today we're going to paint peony on fully sized cicada paper, which is a gong-bi style paper, but we're doing it in xie style instead of gong-bi or detail style. This is very rarely shown before. And we have two things going on in OAS. At OAS Live, we have a 15 days peony challenge. It's very interesting. So if you haven't seen it, go to Facebook OAS Live to watch. You learn a lot from different artists, paint peony in their style. And also at the end of April, we have a virtual office hour. And I go into more detail about how to do xie style painting on fully sized paper or semi-sized paper. And today the three brush I'm going to use, one is the Lotus Petal brush and large Orchid bamboo brush and the Happy Dot, or I also like the Happy Tail brush. So any small brush has a little body and good tip will do. And then the paper we are using Cicada, fully sized paper. And then we're using the Kuretake 36 color set plus the bleed proof white and the Sakura white. And this is the painting that I did for mock-up to start with. And so my finished piece should somehow look like this. So anyway, first we're making a dish with the Sakura color, mixing brush. Then I'm use this Sakura white, which is a gouache white on the translucent side. The reason I don't use the palette, the white in the palette or any other white, because I will use a lot. And then also this Sakura white has a beautiful translucent white. And then I also will use the bleed proof white. And I'll pick up some yellow from the palette to make this a little bit on the yellow side. I'm rinsing my mixing brush off. So on the red, the pink, I'm using carmine. With a little rouge. And then carry this color on this other side, and I have a little purple from before. So this is my dark red. So the green, I will use just the green in the palette and with Orchid to soften it up, indigo, black, and stone green. I have mixing clay, and then I also have a little piece of paper towel, and also I cut up a little sponge. And what I will use this for is that when there's excess water and I want to pick it up, I can use either one of those things to pick it up. Okay, so I start with wetting my brush, Lotus petal brush. If you don't have Lotus petal brush, you can use large orchid bamboo or large flow. So I load the Sakura white, which is in this dish, and then I rinse the tip off. And then I touch the red I made. And when you paint Xie style, usually you want the dark color first, and then you lower the boom into the lighter color. We want to achieve the same purpose, but with the sizing paper, you can see the water flow to the bottom. So I actually will, from the top, which is my lighter color, with about, I would say, 45-degree the paper. So you can see that I'm floating the color to the darker part. So in so many ways, I reversed. And I also can fix it a little bit. And I will use another soft brush to kind of soften up the edges. So that's the difference. If it's I do Xie style, I go bottom to top. And then on this side, the same thing. You can see that because my experience, I'm not too wet. If you are too wet, then the water will be kind of stop puddling. And I probably will happen that later on, and I will show you when the water stop puddling, then what I do. So I can fix this a little bit, which in the Xie style you can't do. And then now I have my small brush, Happy Dot or Happy Tail. I will make my center of my so you can walk the kind of work the color a little bit more than the Xie style, which in the Xie style is no because the paper will show you what you're doing. And then I'm going to fill this center with darker color. So I rinse my tip off, and then I lower the full strength of, and then the carmine and rouge, and then the dark purple with the rouge. So then I start. So you can see I'm starting from the top to the bottom versus if I do Xie style, I'll do it reverse.
And you're referring to when you do it on raw paper, right?
Right.
Versus what you're doing right now, which is a fully sized paper?
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, so now I have my center of the flower. And then now I'm going to build around it. So more white with the root, the red. So let's start. So always 3 strokes. So this is a little bit too wet, and that's when I was talking about you use either a sponge or paper towel. I can't find my sponge. To pick up the excess. Okay. And then So I can work a little bit more. So then I can also fill it up a little bit. I will use that. More defining. And then on the other side, it's lower. This we're going out. Okay, and I'm doing the bottom. So everything is looking toward the center of the flower. So I'm going to accent a little bit more on the tip. Also a little bit on the petal. So when paint peony, it's very important, and it's in and out. So there is space. So not all in one shape. Okay. So then more Sakura white with rouge and carmine. Okay, so now I'm going to use my small brush, rinse it clean, and pick up the split for white with yellow, and to do the center. Okay, and then I'm going to do the leaves, the stem. So I have green with ochre, make into a light green. So then I will use green and blue, indigo with black on the palette. So this is the leaves, and then rinse it off. So I will continue. And from here, I'm going to do a branch. And then I'm going to do green, ochre, blue, a little bit blue, and rinse it off a little bit, and then with stone green. So this is where the then I'm going to go back to the ochre and indigo and the black, and then build a dark here, dark there, a little dark here, a little dark there. Okay, and I'm rinse it off, and I'm still picking up my stem color, which is ochre with. So this is connecting with this. Okay, and then another green. Going to use a little stone green to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. All right, and then I'm going to use my happy doll or happy tail. Use my happy tail so I don't have to change color, and pick up the dark, the purple, and just kind of emphasize a little bit. So like they can wash it off a little, make it softer. Okay, and then I'm going to use this little brush with the red, rouge and carmine, and then a little bit dark red to kind of think that's enough. All right, this will finish my demo of the peony.